This key just started this beautiful Ford Mustang convertible, and I'm going to put it in with 6 other sets of keys because...
It's the most unusual talk show in television. This is Mrs. Mara Cannon, a housewife from Bellflower, California. This is Mrs. Diane Beasley, a student from Garden Grove, California. And from CHiPs, Tom Riley. And Paul Link. From Shields and Yarnell, Robert Shields. Nightclub comic, Charlie Callis. From the Rockford Files, Mike Post. From Mama's Family, Eric Brown. And football great, Bubba Smith. And Betty, if you got time, why are we all here?
Because it's just Ben.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Mike. There you go, Eric. There you go, Charlie. Thank you so much. And hi, I'm your hostess, Betty White. We have had the most fun with these fellas all week long. They have just been, there's an applause right there. They have just been delightful. Robert Shields, you have been wonderful, and I now know how to do a suitcase, as they say. Oh, I didn't realize I was getting that horse.
These are special chairs. These are great chairs. I'd love to take one of these home.
All right, well, you can do that. I give you permission to do that. And we'll see you too. We'll see you at Caesars very soon in Las Vegas. Eric Brown, we're going to see you very soon on Mama's Family.
Yeah, if you watch on Saturday nights.
Not only on watch, I'm going to see you at rehearsal.
I'll see you at rehearsal.
Okay, and where did I hear that? I thought I heard that. Tom Riley, we'll see you on CHiPs, and you were a darling to be with us again.
Thank you.
Too bad nobody liked you, but, you know.
Can't win them all.
Charlie, you are an absolute joy. I know. What do you have to say for yourself? One word from Boris Karloff.
Strike.
Bubba Smith, you're not only so big everywhere else, but you're the biggest person we've ever had on the show. Ever.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us so much. We really appreciate it. Good luck with that autobiography. Mike, I'm going to be listening to every theme song in the world and know that you wrote it. And thank you so much for you being here.
Thank you.
And we'll see you hopefully out on the road with that nightclub act.
Thank you.
And Paul, we'll see you at your theater in Santa Monica.
Will you come to the Powerhouse sometime in Santa Monica?
The Powerhouse, and then we'll see you on CHiPs with this child in front of you. Now, that's our gang up there. This is our gang down here. And I want to tell you that Mara yesterday was our big winner. She won a trip to Ireland.
Yes.
Tell me your last name, Mara.
Gannon.
Mara Gannon is going to Ireland, as it were. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You still have a chance at the cards.
I did too.
Diane, aren't you a pretty one?
Thank you.
Isn't that something? I know you have 2 children. What does your husband do?
He's an exterminator.
Doesn't that bug you? No, I don't know. You know how our game works. And thank you for joining us today. You're all looking for keys. Whoever has the most keys by the end of the game, couldn't be that any simpler than that, gets a chance to try to start this little beauty. And we're looking for 2 yes answers on our first round. And the subject is answering machines. And we'll be right back and tell you what the question is right after this. Tom, it won't do a bit of good to come over from Hawaii. I don't want to see you. I told you that. No, that Tom Selleck will not let me. Our situation right now is the question we asked these young men before the show was, do you have an answering machine, a telephone answering machine? And at least 2 of them said yes, they have. You'll find 2 of those yeses and you get their keys. You'll have 60 seconds to ask the questions that we've already prepared. And we're going to start with our champion here, Mara. You're looking for a yes answer.
Don't worry, Bart. I'll tell your parents you took part.
No.
Machine.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. Okay.
I'm dying to know what it was.
I just can't tell you.
Paul, if Tom had an answering machine, what message would you make up for him?
For Tom Riley.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I can't come to the phone right now. Please call back. I am out on the freeways of La.
Okay, Charlie.
Charlie.
How good are you about returning phone calls?
On answering service? How good am I on returning calls? Well, I generally talk like Jimmy Stewart. I do like I say, well, hi, I just want to say, you know, beep, it's over.
All right, now, Meryl, who said yes, he does have a telephone answering service?
Okay, that's a tough one, but I'm going to say Charlie.
Charlie, do you have one of those things? How do you do? We'll see you in the next round. All right, now, let's see. Who do you want to ask, Diane?
I'd like to ask Charlie.
Charlie?
What would the message...
Charlie's out.
Oh,
You can ask him later.
Bubba.
Bubba.
What happens to you at the sound of the beep?
I go absolutely bananas. I don't know what to tell them after they say at the sound of the beep. So I just said, this is Bub.
And you better call back. And
You better call back. Okay.
Robert? Robert. What's one call you wouldn't want to miss?
Your call.
Oh, and somebody kissed you, and I bet I know who.
Falling in love is
Okay, Paul. Yeah. Which is greater, the number of calls you get or the number you make?
The number I make.
Okay. Eric. Eric. Do you mind talking to a machine?
Everyone in this town has one of those things, and if you can't talk into one of those machines, no one knows that you're around, so you got it, yeah.
Okay.
All right, Diane, who said yes, he does have a telephone answering
Eric.
machine? Eric, do you have one?
If I go out of the house without that little beeper thing, I break out into a cold sweat and a rash, and I pass out. Of course I...
You get one question, and then give me an answer, Mira.
Okay, Tom. Besides an answering machine, what's the last gadget you bought?
The last gadget I bought? Well, it's this little thing, and it goes... I was up to the Pasadena flea market, and I bought a pair of walkie-talkies.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're cute little ones. You pull the antenna.
Okay, I'm going to take another stab in the dark and say Mike.
Mike, do you have a telephone answering machine?
I really don't. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I would have thought you had. All right. Now then, Diane, you get one question and then give me an answer.
Tom.
Yes.
Tom.
How do you react to your own voice on tape?
Hello, I'm not in now. How would you react to that? I don't like it too much.
Then why do you keep kissing the phone?
You knew it was me?
Yeah. Who said yes, he does have a telephone answering machine?
Robert.
Robert.
Well, I'm very sorry, but
Oh.
I do.
Let's see, everybody. Hold your cards up. Who all did yes, 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 yes? Now, I tell you what, all those yeses up there, we listened to their services, and we decided which one had the cleverest. Now, I want you to listen to this and see if you can tell whose service it is. Hello?
Hi, this is Eric, and the butler is out washing the limo right now and can't get to the phone. So, if you'd please leave your name, your telephone number, and a brief message, I promise I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Have a good day, and wait for the beep.
Who said that?
Now, everybody, at once, all leave a message, okay?
Okay, everybody. That obviously was our own Eric's telephone answering machine, so when you call, you'll know exactly what you'll have to wait for, and we'll be right back with you right after this. Round two, the score is 2 for Diane, but you've been behind before. I saw what happened to you yesterday, Mara. In this round, we're looking for 2 no answers on the subject of punk music. And we asked these opera lovers up here if they liked punk music. And at least 2 of them said no, they couldn't handle it at all. And you're going to have this time a little bit of a different change. If you're wrong this time, the Stars key goes to your opponent, so you have to be very, very careful. Everybody's going to play except Robert and Eric. And Robert, as long as you're not playing, I know you have your own rock and roll band, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it punk?
It's kind of punk. It's a cross between Johnny Rotten and Pat Boone, you know. No,
Oh,
it's not. It's Johnny Rotten and Sid Vicious, somewhere in a range.
Somewhere in a range.
It's not really punk, though. It's more like sex rock and roll.
Oh,
okay.
We'll have to have a musical discussion
Yeah.
one of these times. But right now, we're going to get on with the game. And now it's going to be your turn, Mara.
Okay, Betty, I'd like to start with Bubba, please.
Uh-huh.
Bubba, who are the Plasmatics?
The who?
No, the Who is another group.
The Plasmatics.
I have no idea.
Okay. Mike,
Yes.
who is your favorite recording artist of all time?
Ray Charles.
All right. Do you want to think about it? Jimmy?
No, it's just, that's a real easy question.
Okay, Charlie,
Yes.
what is Wendy O. Williams' most striking feature?
Features or...
Diggs Vivaldi. I really don't know. That you got me there.
Okay. Paul,
Yeah.
did you like disco?
I hated disco.
Oh,
I'm a rock and roller.
okay. Tom,
Springsteen.
Tom,
Yes.
Tom, where do you think punk rock originated?
Well, disco here, disco there, that's Italian disco. Punk rock originated, I would believe, in Europe.
On the strength of those answers, Mara, can you figure out who said no, he does not like punk music?
I'm going to say Charlie.
Charlie, do you like punk?
You do? Yeah, some of it's wild, far out. I dig it.
Get it on. Never too old to get surprised. Mayor, that goes over here on this one. But you know you're still in the game. All right, Diane, your turn. You're looking for a no answer.
Charlie, if you had a punk rock
No,
band...
Charlie's out, sweetie.
Charlie's out again.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Mike. What is your definition of a punk rocker?
My definition of a punk rocker. Charlie, turn around a second. Let me see it now.
Dig it home. You dig it, Bubba. You dig it. Wow.
I think punk rock is more than just the music. It's a whole attitude, and somebody with a real severe attitude that is also into to very basic rock and roll music.
Okay, thank you.
A punk rocker I thought was one that just wouldn't swing back and forth. Well,
Bubba, sing a line of your favorite rock song.
want to hear it again?
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
They're coming marching in.
All right, then.
Oh, that was it?
That was about the size of it.
I say Mike says no.
Mike, do you like punk rock? Punk music?
It's the worst.
You're right. Now then, we have one more question over. No, that was the end of the round. We're all set. You come back for our catch-up round, however, Mara. Let's see the rest of your cards. Who else said yes or no? No, you don't like punk. No. Well, you did very well that time. We'll be right back with our catch-up round right after this. Sneaky round because we call it catch-up because it's simply that. 2 keys move every time this time. If you're right, you get the Stars key and you get one of your opponent's keys if you can find one. But if you're wrong, that Stars key goes to your opponent and she gets to take one of your keys. So right up to the last minute, it's anybody's game. This time we're looking for straight yes or no answers on the subject of class clown. Oh, isn't that adorable? Class clown. No, Betty, don't. You're an old fool. And we asked the question, were you ever the class clown? And I can't wait to hear these answers. This time, 2 keys are going to move every time, and everybody's going to play except Mike Charlie, Robert, and Eric. Eric, were you ever the class clown?
I was the class clown. I was the goody two-shoes. I have been everything.
Teacher's pet?
Teacher's pet.
I'm sure they do. Right. And Charlie, were you ever the class clown?
Would you think I would be the class clown?
Will you be the clown with class? I said, yes, of course. How about you, Mike? No.
I was the class hoodlum, I think.
You grew into being a clown. How about you, Robert?
I was the class frog.
What a nice one. All right, you know how it works this time. You pick a star, you ask one question, and then you tell me whether he said yes or no. We're going to start with you, Mara.
Okay, Betty, I'd like to start with Bubba.
Bubba.
Bubba, what were you voted most likely to?
Succeed.
Whether you like it or not.
You think he said yes or no? Was he ever the class clown?
I think Bubba said no.
Were you ever the class clown, Bubba?
Oh, I was just so crazy in class.
You got it, mine too.
You're pulling it again, Mara. You got this one, and then you have Eric, Robert, Charlie, or Mike.
Mike.
Mike comes back over here. She did this yesterday. Look out for her, Diane. Okay.
Paul, what's the worst thing you ever did to a teacher?
In the 8th grade, we had Mr. H.B. who taught history. And he looked down one time, and I took this big spitball. And I threw it, and it hit him right on his bald head.
Stick?
Didn't stick, it bounced left.
Wide left.
Laugh, I bet he... Who do you think? Do you think he said yes or no? Was he ever the class clown?
Yes.
Were you ever the class clown?
Yeah!
You got that key and one back again. Bubba or Mike?
Oh, Mike.
Mike is going to come back over here. And now, then, let's see what you can do with this, Mara.
Okay.
The last one we have, we just have Tom left.
Okay, what's the best way to disrupt a class?
Should I tell him?
No.
Yo, teach, hey!
Based on that heavy answer, what do you think he said? You think he said that he was ever the class clown, yes or no? And this is the key you're playing for.
I'm going to say yes.
Were you ever the class clown?
I'm sorry, I was very much of an introvert.
Oh, yes. And that's the end of our game. You get Paul, Charlie, Robert, Eric, or Mike.
Eric.
Eric goes over here, but you know the story. Congratulations, Diane. You won our game. You'll get a chance to start that card in just a few minutes. Well played. You almost pulled it out again, Mara.
Yes.
But look at it this way. You're not only going to Ireland, but you have 3 keys left in your possession, which means 3 lovely consolation prizes.
Thank you.
Steve Day?
A whole bunch for Mara. Here first, letter writing may seem easier with your Smith Corona electric portable typewriter. Has quick change cartridges that let you correct mistakes in a snap. Furnished by Smith Corona. And it's a 2-night, 3-day stay at Alan Ladd Spanish Inn in Palm Springs. Offers the nostalgia of early Mediterranean architecture with its red tile roofs and walkways. Attractive grounds and swimming pool adds your pleasurable stay. While you're there, you'll have $200 spending money. And finally, Bassett's Albemarle. This romantic furniture features a door, chest, and dresser with a landscape pediment mirror, a poster bed, and nightstand in a colonial cherry finish. Betty.
Well, you're not going to forget it in a hurry. Thank you for playing, and we'll be right back and try to win that car today. We'd love to see it happen. You come on back and see if you can do it. Thank you. All right, now, Diane, it would be wonderful if you can find, of those 4 keys, which one do you want?
Robert.
You think Robert's going to be the one to start the car? Well, let's see what happens. Come on down, Robert. Get on over there. Come on in here, sweetheart.
Come on, baby, get it.
And lots of luck to you. On the count, here you are. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Darn it. All right, network good person. Whose is it?
Once again, it's Eric's key.
Again? Well, come on back and see what we have for you back here, Diane. And, Eric, I'm going to open it all by myself today because it's going to work. You're going to Mexico.
Diane. We'll fly you and a guest to Mexico's exciting Acapulco on Western Airlines wide-body spaceship. En route, you may enjoy Fiesta flight service to Acapulco, furnished by Western Airlines. While there, you'll stay at the Acapulco Plaza Holiday Inn on Acapulco Bay. You may enjoy ocean sports or your choice of 2 freshwater pools. Your room will feature a tropical decor, private balcony, color TV, and an individual climate control. Have a good time.
Well, now, I thank you all so very much. Congratulations to you. And listen, everybody, this is our last show now here on this network, and we cannot thank you enough for all the wonderful help and fun and joy and letters and everything that you brought. We hope we're back again very soon, someplace, somewhere, and we're going to find you. And you know why we're going to be here, because it's just men.
Some of our studio guests will receive 3-piece set of Harvard Cutlery from True Value Hardware Store's new line of Harvard Cutlery with high carbon steel blades and solid walnut handles, now sold exclusively at True Value Hardware Stores. Plus a spice rack from McCormick Schilling, who brings you the 5 and spices and seasoning mixes, including bag and season for both conventional and microwave ovens. Your house of flavor, McCormick Schilling. Also long-lasting Lucite wall paint designed to resist dirt so walls wash easily and look beautiful longer. Lucite, the premium paint from DuPont.
Monday on NBC Daytime, the fresh, exciting game show that gives struggling young couples the chance to win their own home. It's Dream House, hosted by Bob Eubanks. Then stay tuned for the premiere of the new Battle Stars. It's nutty, it's unpredictable, and it's fun, and it's all on NBC Monday.